Alright guys, I'm AOA and this is AOA The Shed. Today we got Sevio.
What's good?
Yes sir. Take us back, man. Let's go back to your childhood. What was that like and what type of person were you?
Well, you feel me? I was born in the year 2000, you feel me? A whole new chapter in humanity, you feel me? I was born and raised in Fort Wayne, lived all around different parts of the city, different sides of the city, you feel me? I had two good parents, you feel me? Come up from two good parents, you feel me? Trying their best, you feel me? We struggled at times, but we always made some shit happen. And yeah, you feel me? It was cool.
Were you into any extra activities like sports or anything like that?
Yeah, I played soccer. I played soccer and football, but mostly soccer. And then I did like a little art like acting type of program from like 3rd grade to 5th grade called like Destination Imagination. And like we did a lot of shit with like creative shit, innovative shit.
Nice. Is that where would you say that's a big helped you get into music later, as you think, looking back on it?
I don't know about music, but it opened my eyes to like other creative things. Like we used to do acting and like build shit, and I don't know, it made me more like into different shit. I don't know, it was just a different environment that I wasn't used to being in, you feel me? But music, I would say, came from my childhood. That's probably something I left out. My mom and my dad were like hella into music. Like my mom, she's always been like a promoter, around the fort and shit like that. So she used to like put on parties and stuff like rap shows and bring out rappers. And my dad, he was always a DJ. So he used to DJ and stuff coming up, you feel me? My uncles was DJs, my cousins they like Mexican bands and shit like that. So music has just always been around. I always just grew up trying to be like my dad and shit like that, trying to DJ, trying to make beats and shit. So I feel like that's how I really got introduced to a lot of this shit. And then my stepdad, you feel me, he really introduced me, taught me how to count bars, taught me how to do all this shit. So yeah, I feel like my childhood really had a lot to do with why I am the way I am, you feel me?
Yeah. Now, did you try to do this DJing and all this? Was this middle school, high school? When would you say you try to put your foot in music?
So like when my first thing I ever did music wise was DJing, and I say I started doing that like when I was just real young, because my dad had his shit all the time set up in the room. So maybe from like 5, 6 to like up to like high school. I think the last time I actually DJed for something I was hired for was like something for school, like sophomore year or some shit. And then after that, I just kind of dwindled away, and I got more into the music, you feel me, beats and rapping, you feel me, mostly rapping.
Were you heavy into music in high school? Was it more into sports, soccer?
I was more into music. Like sports was cool, but I knew I wasn't like the star athlete, and I also wasn't the best grade student wise, you feel me? So soccer was just fun, you feel me? It was just cool, and so I didn't really take it like super serious like a lot of the other kids, but it was fun though, you feel me? It was cool, but I was more into music, you feel me? I dropped my first song the summer of freshman year or something like that, and then ever since then I've just been dropping SoundCloud, and then I got DistroKid, started dropping on that. So mainly it was music throughout high school, you feel me? Music.
Were you to yourself? Because you're trying to put music out, were you outgoing? Like what type of person?
I was like kind of outgoing, I guess, a little bit, but still kind of shy. A lot of people know me, so I guess my name got around, so I got more outgoing, but I just started posting shit online, like say fuck it and see what happens. And then I started to get like a little bit of buzz in the local, you feel me, local hip-hop scene and with the young people. So I guess I was a mix between outgoing and kind of to myself, but I was cool with everybody though, you feel me? I wasn't like a hermit or nothing.
When did you get to your first show? You said your mom's a promoter, so did you have like a big name artist you opened up for or anything? Or
I think my first show wasn't even my mom. It was like an open mic somewhere, like a hole in the wall bar, you feel me? A comedian was doing some shit, and I think his name was Cool Cat or something like that. Shout out Cool Cat. He put me on the open mic, and that was my first time I rapped, but there was only like probably like 10 people there, you feel me, and most of them was my homies and shit like that. But that was my first time. It was cool. I was probably like 16.
Okay.
15, 16.
How'd you get to that?
I think I was just posting music online, and then people would share, my mom, my friends, and then he probably seen it and was like, hey, you should have him come out and do that. But I had to go in and just leave because I wasn't old enough, you feel me? So you just gotta go in and leave. Can't do shit.
You performed a lot of times since then?
Yeah, I performed a lot. Like recently, I've kind of just been more focused on making music and putting out music. But like coming up, I performed a lot. You feel me? I performed all around Fort Wayne. You feel me? Different bars, venues, and clubs. Just like everybody else. You feel me? Just coming up, trying to just do what they do. So I performed a lot.
And how old are you now?
I'm 23 now.
Did you try college at all?
Yeah, I tried college. I went to St. Francis for music technology, and but then like my grades wasn't that good. Like I wasn't that good of a student. Like I would always be in class. I would be engaged. You feel me? Talking, especially in the philosophy classes. I'm like engaged and into that shit, and I'll talk and everything. But when it comes to like doing homework and projects, bro, I'm not about to do that shit. So my grades was dwindling, going down, and then like really I was only there for the studios because St. Francis got real good studios. You feel me? Like they get like invested by Sweetwater, so they got like state-of-the-art equipment, and the professors are hella knowledgeable, so they just like blessed me with a whole bunch of knowledge. So I feel like I got what I needed to get out of it, but then I just had to go, you feel me? And yeah, so that's how that went. I tried college, didn't work out, but it still worked out because I still learned what I need to learn, and I met some people like my producer Zuma, shout out Zuma. Met him in college, and that was cool.
Yeah.
So I got a lot out of it.
Would you say St. Francis is really good if you wanted to make music? Or would you say you have to kind of do your own thing? If you wanted to make music, what's your opinion on that?
You can always make your own path because you don't need nothing. And like a degree is not gonna get you, like, especially in the hip hop industry and stuff like that. Like people don't go by degrees. Like if you in the studio with some people and you're like, oh, I think we should add a bass line, and they're like, no, I think we should keep it like this. You'd be like, oh, I got a degree in music technology. They're gonna be like, I don't give a fuck what you got. It sounds better like this, so we're gonna keep it like this. So like, it matters certain things. Like if you go to school with a certain purpose to get skills to apply it to what you want to do, then it'll work on something. But you don't need school to be able to make it in today's society, because I feel like today's society is based off skills and shit like that. You feel me? Like skill sets and shit. So yeah. You don't, especially for music, you don't need school for music. Definitely don't. You feel me? But if you want to go to school to pursue something like that and you feel like you'll get something out of it, then it'll work. You feel me? Whatever path you want to take.
Now, during this time when you were in college, were you throwing shows trying to get to colleges? Like, what was your mindset with that?
My college, I guess not really like that. You feel me? I should have done more. We did some shows. It was cool, but we didn't do nothing like for our college. You feel me? Like it was like a smaller type of college, and I feel like the demographic wasn't really the best. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I don't know really like that. I wasn't too involved in like the extracurricular college activities like I should have been. I was more like just like doing my own thing. You feel me? So we didn't really do that. But if you are doing that, you should take advantage of that shit. If you go to a university or something, take advantage of that shit.
Now, on to the shows. How many shows have you done since you started up?
I don't know, a lot, bro. Like too many to even count. Like, cause like when you're younger and coming up, you're just hungry to just do everything. So you're saying yes to everything, you know. So I just perform like everywhere. Like I don't know, probably more than 30, 50, you know, just a lot. You feel me? Multiple times a year. But then recently it's just kind of slowed down because I just want to